Hello everyone, and welcome to another Monster Hunter World live stream. It is Saturday, and we're fighting Arch-Tempered KULVE on the PC. In the upper right-hand corner, you can see the session ID. Hit the print screen, or the, what am I trying to say? Take a screenshot. There we go. Take a screenshot of the session ID before I leave. If you miss it, it's always in the description of the video, or you can find the session ID in the Discord server. As usual, let's go ahead and back out of this. All right, we're on the PC. Actually, I want to see, do I own... I added a mod to my game. Change all. Do I have the... I don't. What I'm looking for... I bet I don't have the parts to make it either. I'm going to show you guys something I saw in the mods. On Nexus mods. Yeah. It's like, look at all these things you unlocked. Alright, complete deliveries. Pending? No, not that. Ah, darn it. We need 2 Valhazak tickets in order to make it, and I don't have them apparently. That's too bad. So if I could have gotten the... If I could have gotten this set made, the Death Stench layered armor, I would have shown you a mod I added. Apparently I don't have any of those tickets, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and jump over to the Gathering Hub now. Gathering Hub. And what do you guys think I ought to do today? Do you think I ought to do my best builds for fighting Arch-Tempered KULVE? Or I can do budget builds, or I can do pretty much anything you guys want me to, really. You like the thumbnail there, Crispy? Zoidberg layered armor? Nah. I'm not going to tell you guys what I added. I'll wait till I can actually show it off. I won't ruin it. Ooh, it's kind of laggy. I wonder if we'll have a... I wonder if the game will break. And everyone will disconnect. So, we're going to be doing Pursuit 1 track farming. Okay, this is a track farming session, which means you may not attack KULVE at Pursuit 1. You can only gather tracks. If you break that rules, you gotta tell me, and then I boot whoever's breaking the rule. So don't break the rule. Alright, we're gonna jump over to change equipment. Should have a forager set up. Here it is. There's my forager setup. We're gonna empty our items out. Oh, look at this. Oops, that is not what I want to do. What I want to do is empty this completely. Still haven't made my item loadout guide. I started working on it, but I've been so busy. I started streaming Monster Hunter GU, so I'm like doing 2 streams in a single day now, and it's actually a lot of work. Oh, we're going to do this, and then we're going to name this KULVE P1, alright? KULVE P1. Alright, that's the new name of it. It's just an empty item loadout. And why don't we go ahead and get started up. So one of the things I want to start doing in these live streams when we're having a run with you know, like a full lobby of you guys watching, when we're doing that, I want to start prioritizing people who are kind of like lower level than other players. So let's see how many people we have in the session right now. Alright, the session actually filled up really quickly. So we have some low levels. Here's some 70s. Here's a 62. I think that's the lowest one. And we want to make sure that these players make it into a party with me at least one time so that we can have a win with them, just for fun. Alright, so let's go ahead and eat. Of course, we're not going to count the track run because the track run doesn't matter. I'm talking about, you know, like an attack run. That's what I'm talking about. How's it going, Peerless Rain? What is up? Things are going well. I have a Mountain Dew with me. It's actually one of their energy drinks, and I had junk food for breakfast. That was a little while ago, actually. I don't know why, but I keep waking up earlier and earlier. I woke up at like 6 o'clock today. I don't know why. And then I get sleepy early. I'm a poor console peasant. Oh, that's too bad. Actually, it's the other way around. I feel like the PC players are kind of the peasants in this case because they have to deal with like cheaters and they have to deal with being a few months behind the consoles for whatever reason. Bruh. God terror boy. Hello, Cybera. Lots of bowguns in that session. Pill pusher build? What? Cole says, so now we are only going for his tracks. By the way, I am Tashi. Cole, on Pursuit 1, you got to go for the tracks only. Don't attack at all. No matter, you know, if somebody else attacks, tell me and I'll boot them from the session. At Pursuit 1, you only gather KULVE's tracks. Surprising how many people got to learn this technique, but yeah, it kind of makes sense because people use the technique and then they get all the, whatever the weapons that they want, and then they stop. So the people I'm playing with are probably constantly new players. So let's go ahead. Tashi's like, tracks only, huh? Yep, that's right, Tashi. Tashi's mind is about to be blown. He's never been in one of these sessions before. He has no idea how nice it is. Tashi's about to find out he's been doing it wrong. Alright, we'll grab this bitter bug. What is that like, you know, the playing with randoms and having hour-long reward cycles against Arch-Tempered KULVE, and then joining a track farm session and getting done in like 25 minutes. What is that like? I haven't done that in a long time. Devil's Blight. Honey, actually, I kind of remember the first time we tried it, how surprised I was at how effective it was. And then I was like, oh snap, I gotta make a video on this. This is too good. Grab some honey, grab some Devil's Blight, grab some Bitterbug, grab some Devil's Blight. Whoop. Make a little jump down here. A little Nitro Shroom. And she's way back here, huh? KULVE. The only fight where you don't actually kill the monster. Taking a break from farming KULVE to watch someone farming KULVE. This is peak KULVE. So let's get the Scoutfly power up, buff out. There's really not a big reason to have it now that I learned that you have to have the aggro of the Gachalakas for them to create the scattered gold chips. We won't worry about that though. ATKT has some of the best weapons, it's true. She has a lot of the best weapons. It's not even close. Luckily, she's a fun fight. The problem is you just have to fight her too many times. Yeah, she's fun. It's just, it's way too many times. It's the Monster Hunter version of Culture Shock, your first time in a proper ATKT siege. Jump up here. Yeah, I mean, like, these people fighting KULVE at Pursuit 1, you're never going to break her. I mean, you can break her horns at Pursuit 1, it's possible. But you got to have a coordinated team of highly skilled players going through hundreds of barrel bombs, playing perfectly, you know, and then you get the horn break and it's amazing. But that's not going to happen with the typical random, you know, suboptimal builds, and it's just never going to happen. So you get all these people running in, playing KULVE the hard way, wasting like 30 minutes on Pursuit 1 when they could have just been done in 8 minutes. That's a lot of time. When you think about how many times you have to fight her to unlock all of her weapons, that's a lot of time. Think about it. So what I'm on like reward cycle 11 over on the Xbox, and that's 11 reward cycles with no new rewards, right? So if you just added, let's say you added about 20 minutes to those reward cycles, that'd be 20 times 11. That'd be, what is that? What is that? That's 200 plus 20. That's 220 minutes added to get the same number of rewards. 0. Think about how terrible that would be. So this really, really does play a role in getting your weapons faster. And the best part about track farming is just how reasonable it is. It's not expensive to do. It's kind of like the opposite of expensive. You run around enriching yourself with mandragoras and with nitro shrooms and everything. And then at the end of it, you get your rewards in a very safe and easy manner. Redrex rules. What about Zora? You don't kill him. Oh, that's true. I didn't even think of him because you don't really fight him, do you? You know what I mean? Boring Magdaros. You don't even fight him. You just kind of punch his cores, I guess. You're like Heartburn for him. You give him Heartburn, and then you use cannonballs on him, and then he decides to go away. Fun fact, if you solo KULVE from Pursuit 1 to Pursuit 6, it takes 6 hours. Starts out as a smile, ends in a cry. Fun fact. I thought about showcasing a KULVE one-shot mod from the PC modding community, but I thought I probably shouldn't do that because I don't want to pretty much advertise this mod. I thought instead what I could do is maybe make a video talking about the problems with modding on PC right now. I believe that there are a number of problems with modding on the PC, and I don't know how it will end. It's going to end two ways. Either Capcom is going to limit the mods that can be used with the game, or PC will always kind of be this messed up version of Monster Hunter where multiplayer experiences can be ruined by, I guess, modders. And that's the end. That's the end of it. So it's either going to go one way or the other, and I don't know. Maybe the community will just be nice and won't ruin other people's experience. No, they won't. Come on, it's a bunch of teenage boys. Matthias Barrow says, didn't really knew about the part 1 strat. People always fight him. Oh my god, did you just call KULVE to Roth a him? Someone ban Matthews out of the chat. My sister is stupid. What? That doesn't have anything to do with this game. Sunny Chummy. Do a KULVE to Roth reskin mod to make it look different. Is there an actual reskin mod for KULVE to Roth? I didn't see one. I thought about it for fun, but I didn't actually see one. Look at these guys, these winged gajalakas. Oh. Alright guys, next video, how to mod your PC to one-shot KULVE to Roth. No, I'm not doing that. I would get hated so much by the community if I did that. It'd be awful. I'd be like the bad guy. Did I get him? Nah, I didn't get him. My sister looks like KULVE. Stop talking about your hot sister. Boop. It's ma'am. Oh no. Oh, grabbing all these bugs. It's like we're playing. It's like we're playing Animal Crossing. Look, we just dug up a. That was a fossil called Sturdy Bone. We're playing Animal Crossing right now. How works this run? Well, we run around and we pick up KULVE tracks. The end. Modding isn't that common on PC. I've ran KULVE 50 times and haven't seen any mods. Not even transmonger. Not even the transmonger. Do you plan on continuing Monster Hunter GU? Of course, we only played one episode, so we got to do another one for sure. I liked how difficult that fight was last night, just off the bat. The Great Macau, if I'm saying its name right, I'm probably not. Probably gonna butcher a lot of names, by the way. But yeah, I enjoyed how difficult the fight was. Wasn't really liking the way the feeling of it was. It was way more like chunky and blocky, even compared to Dauntless. Dauntless was definitely smoother, but it still felt well crafted. The game did, and I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of new monsters, especially because they could be showing up in the future in Iceborne. Notice me, Senpai Economist. I'm noticing Kenkinai? I don't know how to say people's names. I really am terrible with names. It's because everyone goes with crazy names these days. It's not like Paul or anything like that. It's like 3 words put together somehow. Well, I'm one to speak. Look at my name. I bet half the people say my name wrong. I bet they hear me say my own name right and they still get it wrong. Let's grab this footprint. Alright, we're done. Alright, Tashi. Now you're going to be surprised. Tashi's about to have his mind blown, everyone. Get ready for it. Tashi's going to be like, what are we doing here? So check it out, Tashi. We just finished KULVE to Roth in 8 minutes, right? 8 minutes and 26 seconds. That was it. And the reason your mind's going to be blown is because when you get back to the lobby, KULVE to Roth is going to be somewhere between Pursuit 4 and Pursuit 6. Tashi's like, what? He can't handle the truth. Let's see. Pursuit 4. There you go, Tashi. And now we go on an attack run. What do you even do? Tashi's like, no way! Do I have KULVE loadouts? I do have KULVE loadouts. Let's use this Emperor Shell sticks. This looks like a counter build. Grab our sticks set up here. Tashi's like, what the heck? Oh, we'll grab this. Wait. You know, we're going to go with the defense. Is there anyone we're waiting for? Oh, nope, they already started. Okay, we're just going to begin the siege. And you know what? Whoever joins, joins for the first one. How about that? Whoever joins, joins. On the next attack run, I want Dao down here. So on the next attack run, I want to have Dao join my group. Assuming he doesn't get in right now. Okay, he didn't. Dark EC, Ethan, and Inigo Montoya. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. I guess I already ate. I'm ready. Let's see what they're bringing. What are they packing? Darky C with Emperor's Cannon Sticks. That's going to be a Thunder build. Ethan with Royal Burst. Royal Burst is going to be pretty meh. Also, he does not have Part Breaker. So this isn't too good of a build there, Ethan. Inigo with Emperor Shell Sticks. This is a quality Thunder ammo build as well. That's okay. You could bring any build you want. KULVE is really not that difficult. All you have to do is not crowd control her before stage 4 and do not die. Do those two things and you can use any. You can even sit in camp and I probably wouldn't even notice. Alright, there we go. Monster Hunter World combat is way superior to Dauntless. By the way, I went back and I looked at my Dauntless videos where I was making fun of Dauntless. Did you know one of them has like 200 likes and 100 dislikes? Man, people are, they're so mad. They're like, oh man, I hate this guy. Speaking the truth. Just joking. Yeah, I got some pretty bad ratings on those videos. They don't like to hear me say bad things. Cuntless. What are you doing, bro? Alright. Oh man, I gotta admit, it's always so smooth on not Xbox, on the PC. This 60 FPS is like shockingly good. It's just so bad that the PC is not on the same update schedule as the consoles, because I tell you what, I would probably play a lot more PC if it was. This is awesome. 60 FPS. And the graphics just look nicer. I don't know what it is. It's just because the computer's stronger than the current consoles right now. Alright, lots of damage there with the Thunder ammo. If you want to defeat KULVE nice and easily, you use the Styx Light Bowgun. Use this build right here that I'm using. Just jump over here. I wonder if Tashi's mind was blown. I want to know. Tashi, you got to tell us if your mind was blown. So, KULVE does not have red armor, which means normally that you would focus on barrel bombs, but because I'm using Thunder ammo, I don't really care. I'm just going to shoot her with my Thunder ammo. If you usually, if you want to go as fast as possible, there's no way you can skip using Mega Barrel Bombs. Mega Barrel Bombs are where it's at. They do a crazy amount of damage. Oh, that's broken. Yeah, Mega Barrel Bombs are not so good. You do Bombardier and you use Mega Barrel Bombs against KULVE, and that just does crazy amounts of damage. Chipped? Ah, not chipped. Alright, well that's okay. Breaking up her parts. Can't go wrong with the Styx Light Bowgun for this fight. It just melts her like butter. She about to turn red. Oh, she got me. Good work. Don't lose track of her. We won't. Christian Alfonso was looking some of the meta light bowgun builds from Jinjings and Tuna. Styx is in none of them? I think it is for the Pierce ammo, but people say Pierce sucks. Pierce does kind of suck. They're not wrong. Pierce works really well on Zenigeva, so you can use it on Zenigeva. However, I generally wouldn't use it with the light bowgun. I would use it with the heavy bowgun. You've got some good, you got the Kjar water heavy bowgun, and you've got the Tereth support heavy bowgun. These are both really good for Pierce, and Pierce is really just good for fighting Zenigeva. And the truth is, Zenigeva, you can fight Zenigeva with the spread heavy bowgun, Glutton in the horn. So you don't ever really need Pierce. It's just that Pierce is very easy when you're fighting Zenigeva. It's also not bad against a few other monsters, including Basilgeuse, Uragon, who else? Definitely Basilgeuse. I'm trying to think of any others. Diablos, Black Diablos is not too bad. But those aren't too important. Those aren't really important fights. I was hoping that Pierce would be good against Arch-Tempered Nergigante, but it's just not. Alright, she's going to go underground. We're going to set these up right here. But yeah, Styx Light Bowgun, is definitely a meta weapon. Especially, so the argument is going to be something like, maybe the KR Thunder gets just a smidge more damage, but to me that doesn't matter for Thunder ammo because the Styx Light Bowgun gets the sleep ammo, and putting KULVE Taroth to sleep is way more valuable than paralyzing her. Although ideally, if you're going to run all light bowguns in stage like 4, you wouldn't use either the Styx, or you wouldn't use the Thunder Light Bowgun anyways. You would use the KR Ice. So I actually like the Styx for casual KULVE Taroth runs because you can go straight down into stage 4. If nobody brought any kind of like sleep bow or sleep light bowgun, sleep heavy bowgun, you can be the one to easily put her to sleep, and you can use your slice ammo on her to kill her. So yeah, I'm a huge fan of. This is why focusing on the meta is such a mistake, guys. Focusing on the meta, there's super optimization in this game, and then there's just good things in the game that are actually also very viable. So it's like, who cares if I'm not dealing 5 more damage to KULVE Taroth right now? She's getting wrecked. And then for a lot of players, the Lunastra Light Bowgun is all they have access to because they can actually craft it. Whereas the KR Thunder, you have to get lucky and it has to be a reward from her. And then again, the difference between sleep ammo and paralysis ammo, they're both good ammo types, but I personally think sleep's way more valuable here. Can I drop this on her tail by luck? Oh my god, she looked like she moved her tail into it, but she didn't. Oh, that was so sad. I thought we were going to get it. Alright, so we'll reload that. Oh, she might have been shooting at my teammate there. She actually hit me with that. Let's go ahead and eat. I'm glad I ate for elemental resist right there. I think that would have killed me otherwise, because that move does a lot of elemental damage. What mods do you have on the Styx? The mods are going to be triple recoil. Yep, triple recoil. That hit me too. Damage taken reduced, huh? Do I have... Oh, weird. How did that happen? Look, I don't have... Not making any sense to me right now. I don't have Divine Protection. Weird. What reduced my damage? It's not the bowgun. There's no way I went for a defense mod on the bowgun. I don't know what happened there. The game just decided to give me some Divine Protection all of a sudden. Alright. Go ahead and craft some more Mega Barrel Bombs. So, we're not going to put her to sleep yet, because our teammates are on the way back. I'm terrible. I think I'm... Oh, did I hit the tip of her tail? Nah, I don't think that was me. We just want a break on the tail right now. Yeah. Shoot her in the head real fast with these. Those will build up some KO, so it'll be a little bit easier. Ooh. Be a little bit easier when the guy with the... Oh, well, there actually is no bow. Usually somebody plays bow. Did it land? I think it landed. I think we ought to put her to sleep now. Assuming we haven't already. Tail broken. You guys are welcome. Oh, but I'm out of Mega Barrel Bombs. Oh, that's sad. Alright, well, we got the tail. We're good. We'll get these out on her head as well. She's like Pursuit 5. She's going to die in a second. Alright, start shooting her in the head. Get reload on this. She's got to get real mad. She's got to enrage. There's the enrage. I guess I could have gone for her head, and I could have attacked her tail right now. Peerless Rain. Here's a bit before I go to work. Good luck with the stream. Thank you very much, Peerless Rain. I gotta update the snack fund. Oh, I hate that move. That's her fire attack that has tons of range. Goes all the way across the map. The trick is to just run to the side. She just got KO'd. That probably coming from the Dark Devourer if I had to guess. Peerless Rain, guys. He funded the PlayStation 4, by the way. Him, David Larson, if I'm saying his name right. I'm probably not. Law Guy. She keeps changing her name. I don't know what she wants to go by. And Chase Kennedy. They totally funded the PlayStation 4. So when I start playing on PlayStation 4, you guys got to give them a thank you. So otherwise, I don't think I would have done it. I think I would have just stuck with what I had. Shooting her in the horns. Oh, she's using it again. I think we can still reach her. This is why bowguns are so amazing. You just keep attacking. You're like, I don't care. Ooh, we lost Dark. It is a dangerous move. Out of all her moves, that one's the one that gets me. Oh, am I going to get hit by the ceiling? No, I'm good. Well, I'm surprised we haven't broken her horns yet. We must not be doing the best damage here. Oh, that hurts. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, that's where that... Oh, look at that. Look at that. Moxie for the win right there, guys. Moxie just totally saved us. That would have been game. That's why you eat for Moxie. That's why you do it. Because you think you're never going to die, but then you make a mistake and all of a sudden it suddenly matters. Alright, I know we've got to be doing bad damage. Because she should be dead right now. She's using that move again. Hope nobody dies to it. Alright, let's get our mantle on here. Alright. Go ahead and reload this real fast. Yeah, we're running out of options to attack her. Whoa, she's using it again, man. She's real serious about that move. Let's get out of it. Go ahead and drink. Got her. Got her with the mine, guys. It's getting a little worried there. We were taking a while. I think it's because people kept dying, and I'm betting Ethan wasn't doing great with that normal shelling gun lance. So it's probably just Dark EC, Inigo Montoya, and myself. And as you know, the sticky ammo doesn't actually do a great deal of damage to her horns. So it was just me and Inigo doing damage, except we weren't doing great damage either, because we were just using slice ammo, and slice ammo isn't amazing either. So we were missing a lot of damage in stage 4. Red Rex Rules says, "Did you eat Feline Defender?" I'm not sure about that. I definitely ate. Oh, you're asking about the Divine Protectionist. That why? Is that what Feline Defender does? If Feline Defender gives you some divine protection, then that would actually make sense. Alright. Nice. Alright, we got our first one done. And we got that done in 25 minutes, guys. It took us 25 minutes. So Christian Alfonso and Peerless Rain, thank you so much for those donations. Now I have enough to buy junk food. More junk food, I should say. Nice. There we go. On what platform Monster Hunter World have best random team players? The platform you're on. EML Gaming says, "Yeah, I don't have a light bowgun build setup. Sorry about the crappy gun lance build. I'm poor as hell." Oh, don't worry about it, EML Gaming. We still won. Who cares? No reason to worry about it. Took us 11 minutes. Yeah, Feline Defender is a kind of divine protection buff. I did not know that. Now I know that. I'm becoming an encyclopedia of Monster Hunter World. Just another thing I know. Let's talk to this guy. Woman, I mean. Best not confuse their gender identities. Ah, Narek says, "I never get into the lobby." Narek, send me $1 and I'll boot someone. Oops, I did not mean to collect that. I had my finger on the button. Oh, here we go. Kiar Pipe Dragon is new, and Kiar Hammergar. Of course, you'll never use those. So that's not new, right? Because they're not very good. I forgot, we're on the PC where I actually have a lot of weapons missing. So some of these are actually going to come in handy. Let's jump back over to the Forager build. Let's empty out our item loadout. There we go. And we are good to go. You know, Kulve to Roth is a big deal in this game. I feel like I spend most of my time playing Kulve. Begin the siege. I'm actually ready to fight some of the other arch-tempered monsters at this point. Pay with money for The chef's choice platter. Alright, who did I say wanted? I wanted somebody to join us on the next run. It was Dow. Yeah, Dow joins us on the next attack run. Alright? Anyone can join for the track farm. Track farm's easy. You just collect tracks. You don't really play too much. You're just waiting for 8 minutes to go by. To be safe, join HR 200-ish randoms. Cybera says, Gameconomist, I just checked back. You ate for Moxie and got Feline Defender. Ah, Feline Defender has the same effect as Divine Protection. I did not know that. Damn, I wish I knew that. That is a cool skill. Stephanie says, does Affinity affect Slice bullets? Yes, it does. Yeah, Slice is counted as sever damage, and it is affected strongly by Crit Boost 3 and 100% Affinity. I'm going to take this stone, even though I don't need it. And we'll jump over here. Double Diablos Arena, meet Gunlance. Double Diablos. Grab the Von Berry, grab the Blast Nut, grab the Mandragora, Dragon Strike Nut, Honey. Gotta say it like I'm British, honey. And we'll grab this Bitterbug. Look, I'm so rich. Mandragora, Adamant Seed, Devil's Blight. Wow, I've done this so many times. I'm getting so, like, smooth at it. Extreme Behemoth is almost impossible with random players. Especially now, because the only people playing Extreme Behemoth are, like, people who need Extreme Behemoth. All the expert players have, like, moved on. You know, so, like, at the beginning, when he first came out, that would have probably have been the best time to hook up with randoms to get them done. Now it's like, it's probably really bad. Can you do an insect glaive run? No, this is impossible. This would be haram. We cannot do this. Just wagging that tail. Let's give this guy a smack. Just for standing too much. I want to give him a smack. Smack. That's what you get. How's it going, Adam P? Hope you're having a good weekend. I certainly am. What are you talking about? I'm at work right now, Adam. I'm working. This is my job. I'm just kidding. I'm playing a game. Come on. How bad could it be? Matt says, I'm going to join you. If there's room, Matt. If there's room. There's people that constantly want in. I'm going to create the VIP section soon. I've thought about inviting other Monster Hunter like streamers or YouTubers into my PC runs. I don't know if there's any other streamers and YouTubers playing on Xbox. I might be the only one. And then I have PlayStation 4 now as well, so it's potential I could do like some fun crossovers. I don't know if I want to, honestly. I don't know how they feel about it and everything, but I've thought about it. Definitely with some speedrunners, that would be fun. Fuak boy? Oh, your name. Have an extra large bag of Doritos on me. Thanks, man. His real name is Fuak Boy, guys. Say it properly, Fuak Boy. Thumper World, thank you. Did you the Charge Blade and Switch Axe video this morning? Question mark. Happy hunting. No, so for the teaser trailers, I'm kind of done covering the teaser trailers. You know, I covered them. People mostly seemed irritated at my videos that I was posting. I think the reason why is because I wasn't saying anything nice about them. That's because I'm looking at them very analytically. And it's like, well, you know, if you're not that happy with my analysis of the teaser trailer, then I'll just wait for the weapons to actually come out and cover it then. That's what I figure. Also, just the fact that I did 2 streams yesterday is like eating up more of my time than usual. I figure if I do work on a video, I don't want to just do like a teaser trailer that's going to be meaningless probably in 4 months. I'll probably do something like an item loadout guide. That's something I've been wanting to work on for a while. Firefree, Gameconomist got back into Monster Hunter World on PlayStation 4 and haven't done the Witcher content. What weapons or hints do you recommend? If you're fighting regular Leshen, you're allowed to change your weapon in the single-player special event quest. And the 2 easiest weapons, in my opinion, for fighting regular Leshen is the hammer and the greatsword. All right. So when you also be sure to free Pukey. I actually have a guide that shows you how to do the side quests. So you can look up my side quest guide. It's a very simple side quest guide. Save the Pukey, keep them alive, and use the hammer or the greatsword to easily defeat the ancient Leshen with ledge hopping. Ripper Shield, Hunter Art adopted in Iceborne. Switch Axe has good Clutch Claw combo with Zero Sum and Elemental Discharge. Enter name here thought Haram means Harambe. No. Haram is like what the Jews have with it was like a trend to say this back then. What did people say? They would say kosher. They'd say that's not kosher. So when you say this is not haram, it's very similar to saying that's not kosher. So it's just a, you know, it's just a little fun idiom. That's all. I just say it jokingly. I'm not trying to be offensive or anything. Allosaurus says to me, Monster Hunter World have problems with graphics. I don't know why, but after some time, give me headache. Well, that sucks. Tell them you don't want any more headaches. Actually, here's a fun story. Back when I worked for Coca-Cola, there would actually be kosher Coca-Cola. Did you know that? Coca-Cola would have a rabbi bless a whole bunch of soda, and that soda had like a special colored cap so that we knew what the kosher soda would be. And when I would go into the store and stock shelves with Coca-Cola products, I'd have to put the kosher Coca-Cola products in the like Jewish food aisle. It was crazy. Yeah, it was really shocking. I was like, what? I never, you know, I'm not Jewish myself, so I had no idea that such a thing even existed. It's like, blessed Coca-Cola, huh? Wow. They got a rabbi to come into their plant factory or whatever and bless the soda. Amazing. Zero Sum is not a good way to play in the base game. Exactly. So Zero Sum, unless it was buffed, I don't know if people will actually want to use it with whatever changes they made in the teaser trailer. I saw it. They went from Zero Sum to the latch. And the thing is, you're standing there for so long when you're in the Zero Sum. The idea of going from Zero Sum to latch means you must have like the hardest read ever on this monster. You know, you must be fully aware that the monster is going to be standing there doing nothing for like 20 minutes in order to pull both of those off. Because as you know, the latch, when you're using the Zero Sum, discharge to Zero Sum. When you're using the Zero Sum and you latch onto the monster, if the monster roars or if the monster doesn't attack with a large hitbox, you're going to get hit off of it. So, you know, it looks cool. A lot of the new moves we've seen look cool, but here are my thoughts on it. It's mostly just them showing off the clutch claw, first of all, and none of the moves that have been shown off are really that substantial in my opinion. We saw Hunting Horn had some maybe significant changes. The Gun Lance was laughable. I think the Gun Lance is going to come out and people are going to be highly disappointed with the changes. Yeah. And the Charge Blade, it looks like they just changed up the axe attacks a bit. Maybe they'll do more damage so that you feel more obligated to use that attack combination rather than the Sade, which is what they should do, because you don't. What you want to do with the weapons is change it so that you've optimized a different moveset so that the weapons feel fresh again. That's all they have to do with the weapons, is change the moveset so that you rebalance the attacks and you get to play with the different fighting style. That's all they have to do. I don't know if that's necessarily what they did, though. I think they added this clutch claw stuff, which is going to be, it's going to feel very generic, trust me. Right, so once you get used to using the clutch claw, you're going to realize it's the same move for every weapon. Different animation? Sure, but it's the same move. Same with the slinger pods, right? The narrator's so excited for all these slinger pod changes, but it's really just essentially the same thing for every weapon. Now you can burst with the slinger pods and you can change between the types of shooting, but I personally don't think it's going to be that exciting after some time has passed. You're going to realize it's kind of a generic change. The real question is, what are the changes to the weapons themselves? That's what matters. And we haven't actually seen a lot. There's not a lot of changes so far. Alright, Griffin Bazooka, one of my favorite weapons for fighting Arch-Tempered Kulve Taroth, is next. Here we are, Griffin. Grab that. Alright, we want Dow in here. Is Dow available? Looks like we got back before everyone else. Is that the case? I think we got back before everyone else. Dow's in quest. We'll wait for Dow. I guess we could talk a little more while we're waiting for people to return. Yeah, what was I saying? Oh, right. Changes to the weapons. What have we actually seen? Greatsword's not really changing. Longsword has a new kind of like counterattack. We don't know if it's replaced the Foresight Slash. Maybe it has, maybe it hasn't. The Lance, nothing has changed. You can shoot Slinger Pods while guarding. Whoop-de-doo. Other than that, no changes to the moveset at all, as far as we know. You have the Gun Lance. Now you can load Slinger Pod ammo into the Worm Stake, but the Worm Stake is just as slow as it was before. So unless they increase the damage of the Worm Stake by like 300 damage, I'm not interested. I'll never use it. It's still going to be shell poke, shell poke, shell poke, unless they've rebalanced the damage. They got to rebalance the damage. And we don't know if they've done that because they won't show the damage numbers. There we go. Some people returned. And then also we got Switch Axe and the Charge Blade, and I saw the movesets for both of them, and just isn't that much, to tell you the truth. I mean, it's just the same old Charge Blade, except now you have a different axe attack with the little spinny blade at the end. Just because it's a cool animation doesn't mean it's a good attack. There's a lot of attacks with the Charge Blade now. With the Switch Axe, the whole discharge to zero sum, it's like, dude, that monster's got to be standing still for centuries in order to pull both of those off. Try using that on Arch-Tempered Nergigante. Try using that on Arch-Tempered Nergigante. It'll never happen. You'll be the dead, you'll be the player who died, and then everyone's like, oh, damn it. Now we're missing a life, right? If you try to use that, I guarantee you will be interrupted or the move will miss. So, yeah, I haven't really seen anything too exciting. Hammer, I even pointed out a flaw with the hammer. So with the hammer, you can go from Brutal Big Bang into Clutch Claw Grab, and you do your little spinny attack. That's the midair spinning bludgeon. The problem is, if you're doing midair spinning bludgeon, right after Brutal Big Bang, there's actually a chance you KO the monster in the middle of the Clutch Claw attack, which means you didn't get to finish it. Does that mean that you failed to weaken the monster's hide because you accidentally KO'd it? So all kinds of questions need to be answered, but as much as all of these changes look very well animated, I'm not convinced that they're really going to shake the game up that much. I think it might just be pretty much the same old game it was, which means that unless the damage numbers on these weapons have been heavily rebalanced, what we have to look forward to then is possibly the reveal of a new weapon, as well as just a lot of new monsters, which hopefully we get a lot of new monsters. In particular, we should be looking out for monsters that have a new skeleton. What we've seen so far, we've seen a Barroth reskin, we've seen a Gyrototus reskin, and we've seen a typical Elder Dragon in a dragon form. So I'm not saying this is bad. I think that the I can't remember all their names. Barnabo, I don't remember his name actually. Here, let's go ahead and post and get down here. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm still very hyped for the game. I'm looking at it very analytically, and I don't think people who want to feel hyped, I don't think they necessarily like to do that. So we haven't actually seen a lot of, quote, new content, you know what I mean? We haven't seen really new stuff. Visually striking, animations are striking, but I mean mechanics. I want new, that's what I care about as a player. It's new mechanics. Show me the new stuff. Well, you got Clutch Claw, and you've got Slinger Pods. That's nice. I genuinely believe they could be fun. Sorry, Tashi, we gotta make room for Dao. Here, let's get down here. Dao, join. Oops. Sorry, Tashi. I'm looking for new mechanics. New mechanics. That's what I want to see. New mechanics, new monster skeletons, new weapons, and brand new movesets. Movesets that matter. Not, discharge into zero sum. To me, that does not matter that much. They are in my one. Dow, join this one. Let me live in the illusion of it being new, says Legendary. Hi, Minx. How's it going? The Gunlance got a mine. That's neato. Yes, but Minx, I did a side-by-side comparison between the worm stake, the old worm stake, and the new worm stake. They're exactly the same speed. So the reason nobody uses worm stake right now is because it never lands, and that's because it takes too long. Is Dow gonna join? Yeah, I did a side-by-side comparison, and it takes the same amount of time for the Wyvern Stake to cast, essentially, to go through the animation. So the only reason I would use the Wormstake, I should say, Wormstake in the future, after Iceborne launches, is if it's heavily been buffed. Because currently it doesn't really do much more damage than just regular shelling. Chef's Choice Platter? Why did I just eat that? I was supposed to eat 4. It's because my mind's in the clouds right now. Alright, let's get started. Timinator, Gameconomist, you're being a real downer right now. Don't de-hype Iceborne for me. See, this is exactly what I'm saying. I think people don't like to be de-hyped for something. I stay equally hyped as I was before. That's how I am. But I like to look at what's changing, and I like to kind of analyze what's changing. So, and I think the analysis ends up making it feel less exciting. But that's just what I do. It's how I play the game. It's how I play the game right now. I look at things and I say, this is good, that's bad. You know, and I say that very quickly after a careful thought about what's going on. But yeah, the thing is, here, don't get concerned, because if you think about it, they're hiding stuff. They haven't really shown us that much. We have E3 around the corner. Wait for E3 to pass. If they don't show anything really substantial at E3, at that point I would feel a little concerned about Iceborne. Let's get this launched. Really? Oh, there's the stagger. I was like, no stagger, huh? Oop. Yeah, I would say wait till E3, see if they show us something real new for E3. Because if I was them, I would be waiting for the big reveals for E3. The Wormstake explodes if you shell on it. Maybe the damage will make it worth it. Yeah, so the way it works is if you compare, it's all about opportunity cost. You could have used Wormstake, or you could have just gone shell poke, shell poke, shell poke. See what I'm saying? So why is it in the current meta, really skilled Gunlance players, they use wide shelling Gunlance, and they just use a combination of shelling and poking with the wide range? Why do they do that? It's because they sat down and they figured out, how do I do as much damage as possible with this? And they found out if you use Wormstake and the Wormstake misses, you lose a lot of damage. And it's easy to miss with the Wormstake because it has a very, very long windup. So imagine you trying to Wormstake ArchTemperedNERgigante, and instead of landing it at all, he actually uses a jump attack on you, and now you're missing a huge chunk of life. Your health, I mean. That's essentially what they've discovered. So not only is it high risk to use Wormstake, it's not even good damage. That's the problem with the Wormstake. So when we talk about weapon changes... Oh, I did set off the barrels in the end. I'm sorry, guys. So when we talk about Wormstake, we have to talk about making it faster, which was in my video, by the way. I made a video changes I would make to... Oh, the gold horn plating just came off. We're basically done here. I made a video on changes I would like to see to the Gunlance. One of them is an increase of speed to the Wormstake attack. What I showed, I used my software to change the animation so that the recovery frames on the move were the same speed, the same cost, but the Wormstake comes out faster, so you're more guaranteed that it lands now. Wow, they even got the horn chip on her. She's basically done. She's gonna roar in a second. Scepter says, I do agree with Gameconomist. The moves are cool, but they might end up like Switch Axe Latch attacks where it deals low damage. Exactly. So people want cool looking moves, but they have to be viable moves. Here's another great example. The Greatsword, right? The Greatsword has like that side blow attack. You know what I'm talking about. It's got a totally different animation. Who uses it? Literally no one. Only people who use that move are people who don't know what to do with the Greatsword. The Greatsword, you do pretty much one thing. You ledge hop, you tackle, and you use your true charge slash. That's what you do. That's all you do. You don't do anything else. And the reason why is because that side attack, I can't remember the name of the move, just doesn't do the damage it needs to do in order for it to be worth using. And the question is, will any of these very fancy looking moves have the damage that would make them worthwhile? We don't actually know. We don't actually know. They didn't want to show that off, and mechanically some of the moves are questionable because of the time it takes to use them. A perfect example of this is the Wormstake. We know that the Wormstake takes too long. You have a high chance of the Wormstake not hitting the part of the body that you wanted it to hit. You have a high chance of the Wormstake missing entirely. You have a high chance of you taking damage while trying to cast Wormstake on the monster, because he might jump in the air and smash down on you a second later, you know, like a split second later. So there's all these costs to using this move, but where's the trade-off? Well, the trade-off has to be the high damage. And if there's no high damage on it, it's not really worth it. We don't actually know if you'll have... I mean, imagine this. So everyone's excited because now you'll get bonus damage because it'll work like a mine, right? That's what everyone's saying. But you realize there's even a cost to loading it. You have to sheath your weapon and pick up the ammo. She's gonna get mad at me in a second. There's a cost to using it. You have to sheath your weapon to pick up the slinger ammo, and then you have to go through the animation of reloading it, which is not for free. You know, it takes time to do that. And the thing is, instead of reloading it, you could have just been attacking her with shells and pokes. And that's what it's going to come out to. Everyone's going to be asking, like, did you end up doing more damage than if you had simply poked and shelled her the whole time, right? Because it takes time. So that's what everyone's going to be asking. Everyone who knows how to play Gunlance is going to be asking that question. Let's blow up her arm here. Oop. Uh-oh. That hurt. At least I got her. Well, I do agree with Gameconomist. I feel like too many people try to min-max the game. You know, it's not even about min-max. So, Planted Cobra. I know exactly where you're coming from. The feeling is like, oh, well, that's a very elitist point of view. I'm like the opposite of an elitist in this game, though. I am definitely not an elitist. In fact, I get made fun of all the time for being too casual. You know, like the community makes fun of me for not being more hardcore. It's not even a matter of that. It's just a matter of using what works. Like, I was making an example of the Greatsword. If you did anything other than True Charge Slash, you're just losing out on a lot of damage, and you would be frustrated even because the damage drop-off is so large. You'd be like, man, I'm not doing anything. And so, yeah, it's not always... Or here's another great example. We know that the Wyvern Ignition Impact Greatsword does lots of damage, and there's like some ailment and elemental greatswords that do really terrible damage, like half the damage. So is it elitist to say that you should just use the Wyvern Ignition Impact Greatsword? Uh-oh, they're dead. They're dead. They're dead. Oh, I don't have the... They got trapped over there. We lost Calcimer too. Calcimer. Yeah, they got trapped by the fire over there. Just see me just playing it cool over here. Like I'm not even worried about it. I'm waiting for her to dig, honestly, but she doesn't want to dig. All right, we have enough gold. We just need a stripper now. Yeah, she's gonna shake. I'm just standing over here watching them get roasted. Watching them get roasted. But yeah, so the thing is, it's not even about being elitist or anything. It's just about using what works. And I'm not entirely convinced that what they're adding to the game is going to be such an important or great addition. They haven't convinced me with the trailers yet. Like, the lance being able to shoot a slinger pod from behind your shield. Okay, this is cool. How often am I going to have good slinger ammo? How much damage is that going to do compared to the rest of the lance's moveset? Well, you know, like, literally, how important is this? It's probably not that important. Okay, we'll get these down. It's probably going to be like a one-time, two-time thing. You do some decent damage and you move on with life. Tail broken. You guys are welcome. Is this the ghillie mantle? I'm gonna put the ghillie mantle on. She's gonna leave me alone. We have enough gold. We just need a stripper now. Open the stream. First thing I hear. Now we only need a stripper. What did I miss? Oh man, they're gonna get roasted again over there. She's not even... Whoa, I didn't know she did the beam after that move. God, it's ridiculous. Let's have this cool drink real fast. I didn't even know I had the cool drink on my loadout. Planted Cobra, absolutely not, but I do feel that as long as people are having fun with the way they play, that is what matters in my opinion. And the new moves, while flashy, are hopefully viable. You're right, so here's the thing. You're talking about having fun. And this is an argument that gets made all the time when people talk about the meta. You get people who are like meta lords. I remember this was a big thing in Dark Souls, right? The meta lords who use only the strongest curved sword, right? They're using the curved sword, and people are like, it's not fun. Everyone just wants to use the strongest 2 or 3 weapons. And then other people come in and they say using the strongest weapons is what's fun, right? So for some people, knowing how to be powerful is how they have fun. But my point of view is that not only is it about those few weapons that are the strongest, it's also about the weapons right under them, the suboptimal weapons. Those are pretty good as well. You have a lot of fun with those as well. I'm using the Griffin Bazooka right now, which is not optimal, but it's pretty good, right? Well, that's what I think is working. But if you used a weapon that was intentionally bad, what are you doing? That's not fun. And that same concept applies to the moveset. So it's okay to use the best moveset. A lot of people are very interested in knowing what the very best moveset is. And then there's people who are like, well, you shouldn't be forced to only use the best moveset. You should experiment with suboptimal movesets as well. And then finally, there's some moves that are just so bad you should never be using them. And those are the moves that that's what I'm concerned about. So, for example, I have stones in my slinger right now, and they're going to do terrible damage if I spend time on them. I should never be using them for damage. Uh-oh. Am I going to be in trouble here? No, I'm fine. I should never be using them for damage. Well, they're like all about the slinger pods in Iceborne now, and the clutch claw. But it's going to be like, how strong are these actually? They haven't shown us. Nobody knows. What if they're terrible? And that's my point. I still knocked someone back. Sorry, Dow. I was trying not to. Yeah, that's my point. That's all I'm saying. We do want them to be viable, but how important is it actually to sheath your lance, or put it to the side, I guess, and then to fire your slinger pods from behind your shield? Like, how big of a deal is that actually? Might not be that big of a deal. Put that away. And what I'm really looking for are new moves that are exciting and make the game feel fresh again. That's actually what I'm looking for. Oh, I'm out of Mega Barrel Pumps. Oh, she's dead. That wyvern snipe blowing off her horns. Nice job, everyone. What is HZV? So Crypto Suave, that is an acronym for his own value, and it refers to different parts on the monster. They take different amounts of damage. So there's a number that tells you how much damage that body part is going to take. Alright, actually you can go to a website called Palico Party, and the his own values are all laid out. So you can actually see them for each monster. Alright, nice job everyone. We got Dow with us? That must have been fun. Did Dow die? I think he did die, but that was because they got trapped by the fire. Tommynator says, Gameconomist, with the new addition of the Clutch Claw, I wonder if the meta will shift to prioritize skills like Stamina Thief and moves that build up exhaust, so you can tenderize body parts. Probably, there will probably be some changes to the meta, Tommynator, and people who are really good at the game will figure that out very quickly. I worry about the weapons feeling kind of not that fresh, right? And that's something that we don't want that to happen for Iceborne. We do want them to feel fresh. We want to know that our favorite weapons have been rebalanced, not just to be fresh, but so that the things we found annoying about those weapons are no longer annoying. How about bow? How about Dragon Piercer for the bow? Wouldn't it be nice if the Dragon Piercer was actually viable? Nobody recommends using Dragon Piercer with the bow. People who do, they usually do it. It's kind of like, you know, it's like a little less than mediocre even. It's kind of bad. And it's just this fun thing you can do for a few monsters who are not really important, the Dragon Piercer build. But what if Dragon Piercer was actually good, like a viable playstyle? That is the kind of changes we're looking for Iceborne, so that when the weapons come in, you can kind of feel like, hey, this is a little bit fresh. Alright. So, we need to grab our Forager build. Those are the changes I'm looking for, to be specific to everyone watching the stream. Those are the changes I'm looking for. And I have a feeling Capcom will not let us down. I think Capcom actually does have a really good grip on the game. I think they understand what they're doing really well. So I actually think they'll do a good job, by the way. I think especially the Ancient Leshen, the Behemoth and Arch-Tempered Nergigante kind of shows off that they're really good at what they do, the team. Here's Carousel Dice. What else? Sell the rest of these. And one more. It's going to be a sell. Alright, we'll go ahead and have a stamina. I just want one of the new hunting horn buffs is you call in a Dragonator. If they don't have that in the game, I'm not buying it. See you later, Dow. Thanks for playing with us. Reza Shah says, Gameconomist, are you going to make a walkthrough of the new story? It would be funny with a cynical, I think you mean cynical, commentary. I could, definitely. I'll probably be live streaming it when it comes out. Yeah, definitely. And then I'll be making guides. I'll be making my typical videos, for sure. Yeah. Gunlance Kulve run today. We will just run through my list of builds and Smasher. We'll use everything. Where is the Kulve always running after you broke his horns? Did Arcane Beast also just call Kulve Taroth a he? I'm super triggered. I'm shaking and crying right now. Red Rex Rule says, Gameconomist, in GU, you get Dragonated. What? Fire Free says, Gameconomist, if you keep unhyping Monster Hunter World, Shigeru Miyamoto will revoke your Monster Hunter World stream license. Sometimes I wonder about that. Could they actually do that kind of stuff? Man, it's a little scary to think about. By the way, let's update that snack fund. Now I have enough snack fund to buy pizza. Oops, that's too big of a number. Whoa. Thank you, everyone, for your donations. By the way, I was asked to tell you guys that YouTube has a subscription model just like Twitch. They're called memberships. You're able to become a member of my YouTube channel. This gives you a highlighted name in the chat room, and it gives you an icon. I'm probably going to update the icon to be funnier or to be more loved soon. I need to stop and actually do that. Oop, let's jump up here. So if you want to become a member, feel free to do that. We picked up like 5 members yesterday. Let's see what people are saying. Grab this Dragon Strike nut. Jump over here. That's not enough in Florida. I don't know what you're talking about. Cybera says, I was watching your Monster Hunter GU stream earlier. It was interesting. If by interesting you mean I have no clue what I'm doing. Yep. I haven't watched any gameplay of anyone. I have no clue what I'm doing in that game. It feels a little bit like I'm going in and you guys are playing for me. Like you guys are telling me what to do. But it's good too because it helps me get through the game faster. I want to experience the game quickly before Iceborne comes out. 4 months should be more than enough time. Oh, is somebody attacking? Oh, okay. Grab the Devil's Blight. Leon no says, Gameconomist, I've just logged on PC and I can't find Kulve active. Is it me? It must be you because I'm on PC right now and she's active. God Terror Boy says Xbot chat is going insane. Alright, I'm going to jump over to the Discord. I want to see this. See this Xbox chat. I should make the Xbox chat live for a minute. What do you guys think? Sure, hold on. Can I find it? Here it is. What are you guys talking about? The Xbox chat in our Discord, for some reason, is our most active chat. I don't know why. I've seen this happen on another Discord. The Xbox chat, specifically Xbox, somehow became the most active chat in the whole Discord. And that's exactly what's happened on our server. I have no idea why. Kajan Sack Term Pripai? Man, I'm so bad at these names. Says, by the way, Gameconomist, it took 280 hours for me, 280 HR for me to reach the final boss in GU. Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good. I'll just use the best cheese strats. You guys gotta tell me the best cheese strats. Cyber says, I am so looking forward to your first encounter with the walking hip check known as Plesiath. That's right. I will use a shield weapon, and it won't work on me. And then I'll just poke them to death. That's what I did in Monster Hunter World, by the way. I used the lance, and I just poked everything down. Someone on the Xbox chat just asked, where do you pee from? Oh, no. Alright, let's jump over here. You know what I ought to do? I ought to do a live stream where I treat the Xbox chat as the live chat for a change. Just for fun. Just like once. That would be funny. Just try something new. Where's she going? She's going over here. Oh, talking trash. Chaos Apprentice says, because Xbox has no game to play, so they talk in chat rooms about all the exclusive PlayStation 4 has. Whoa, are you guys going to let them get away with saying that? Oh, no. This is shots fired, everyone. Racletta is the best cheese strat. I don't know what you mean by that. Rudy's like, yo, is Xbox chat getting clout? Get your torches and pitchforks, guys. Xbox Master Race, they say, huh? Man, console wars. Are you guys ready for the next console wars? You PlayStation 5 and I don't know, Xbox 2. I don't know what they're gonna call it, honestly. What if they did call it Xbox 2? That would just sound like kind of awkward. They keep coming up with these strange Xbox names. Maybe that is their plan. Maybe it will be called Xbox 2. But yeah, they're going to be having their next gen consoles soon enough. Probably in the next year to year and a half, I'm guessing. We're going to see the next gen consoles come out. And it's going to be console wars all over again. It's going to be the most toxic thing ever. Minx asks, are we going to have more GU later today? Probably. So it's the weekend, and I'm supposed to actually take the day off on the weekend. But I would like to continue playing GU. I guess you'll have to check back on YouTube to know. If you do miss it, it always goes on to my channel, so you can watch it later. Stephanor says, yeah, but at least we have Halo, so what do you have? Am I right? Oh, you know, they are making that next Halo game. Hopefully the new Halo game actually competes with Destiny. I feel like when Destiny came out, it was basically a Halo killer. And it kind of makes sense because it was the company that made Halo. So they had all of the game development skills of understanding Halo, but they were also willing to take the risks on innovative new types of gameplay, such as raids, right? So, you know, yeah, Halo, I think Halo's been wiped out ever since Destiny became a big hit. And it still is kind of a hit, and it just bought itself away from Activision, right? So Destiny, I think, is in a really good place, and Halo is not. So this is a big problem for Microsoft. Mark Zaragoza, thank you so much for your donation. He says, hope you play on PlayStation 4 one day. Very soon, actually. I was looking at the PlayStation sales day on June 7th, and it looked like all they were doing was selling cheapened, you know, like price-reduced bundles. But I'm not really looking for a bundle. It was for, you know, consoles. I'm just looking for the base console, honestly. So I might just be playing with the PlayStation 4 that I purchased at my local Walmart. And it's sitting right next to me, so all I really need to do is set it up. I believe it's called Xbox Scarlet? Ew, that's an awful name. I hope it's not called Xbox Scarlet. Dude, that's a terrible name. Microsoft, I like how you do the money sign, are more open to co-op now. Well, of course they are. It's because they're not the industry leader. Just like PlayStation 4 is not open to it, and that's because they are the industry leader. It's because they don't want to share their community with anyone, because they think that their community, well, they treat their community as an asset, like a financial asset. They say, well, if you tap into our community, then you don't need to buy PlayStation, which is the reason PlayStation doesn't want to join Microsoft and Nintendo in cross-play. The problem with that, though, is that cross-play, no matter what community you're in, is a good thing. It really is. So it doesn't matter if you're on PC, Nintendo, Xbox, or PlayStation. Doesn't matter who's winning. It could be Xbox, could be Nintendo, could be PC. No matter what, I think cross-play is the way to go in the future. And I hope that consumers push Sony and push all of them to stick with that. And actually, I feel like PlayStation actually has ground to lose if they don't admit that players do want cross-play. I mean, right now, I could be playing with you guys right now if we had cross-play. But look, you guys helped me fund to buy another PlayStation. That's exactly why PlayStation and Xbox, or that's exactly why PlayStation doesn't want cross-play, because they know I have to go out and buy one of their hardwares. So they just made money, technically off of you guys, because you guys funded it. So that's really what it comes down to. All right, KULVE gone in 8 minutes. I wonder why she left a little faster that time. Crossplay is the future, and if PlayStation and by extension, Sony, can't keep up, they will eventually collapse under their own weight. Yeah, you know, the funny thing, did you guys know Sony and Xbox are actually doing some business together right now on cloud computing? Apparently they're doing some kind of business venture together. I had no idea. And they did this at the same time that Google came out and said, we're getting into the home console market with cloud computing. That's what Google said. So it's you know, definitely, just like all business, it's big opportunities out there for innovation, for change, and you're either on top of it or you're not. Looks like we're doing the Wyvern Ignition Impact Greysword next. Yeah, you're either on top of the change or you're being defeated by your opponents. You got all kinds of businesses closed because of changes in technology from Amazon. It could happen in the video game industry, whether you believe it or not. Let's go ahead and get started on the next one. Let's have a meal. I'm going to be eating this Moxie a lot. Firetruck Google says, Japanese game devs have been lagging behind the times for many reasons that aren't entirely their fault. Many companies still use Windows XP FFS. That means for frick's sake. That's what that means. We have Alface McFluffy, Propane, and Epic Gravity. Thunder, that's going to be a quality build. Heavy Bonehorn, huh? Probably wouldn't be my first choice, but it's not terrible. But you're missing Part Breaker. Yeah, you're missing Part Breaker. Also, you have all these skills, but you don't have Health Boost, and really you should have at least Health Boost. Epic Gravity with also a quality build. Okay. So careful out there, Propane. Don't get one shot. Although it'll probably be me. 3 days straight streaming. You getting burnt out yet? You streamed a lot yesterday, man. Hope you're getting some stretching in. Yeah, no, I don't feel burnt out at all. I do take walks after the stream. I've been thinking about taking a walk midstream, but I don't know if the audience would leave if I went on like a 15-minute stretch. So I don't really know what would happen. Xbox chat is going mad. Really? Oh no. Yeah, that's it, guys. I'm putting the Xbox stream on screen so you can watch us go crazy. Oh, here we go. How do I say his name? Kajansak Term Prapai. I don't know if I said that right. Well, Japanese has some certain bad business practices, but to be honest, the Western developers will collapse due to their greed is immediate concern. I don't think any of them are about to collapse, to be honest, guys. Video game industry is very lucrative. The video game industry surpassed Hollywood in income a long time ago. So, I don't know what you guys are talking about. All this collapse. Things are good right now if you're making video games. Well, if you own the video game company. I don't know, I guess you had Telltale's closed not too long ago. But often I think it's from incompetence, not from greed. Like, if you're really a greedy person, then you would do a great job because obviously you don't want your company to fail, right? That's the whole thing with greed, right? If you're good at being greedy, you don't make self-destructive moves. It's an incompetent person who causes the collapse of their industry, not necessarily a greedy person. Very different. Did I not pick up items? Oops. I need to pick up items. I don't even have... How do I get back there? That's not good. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's not greedy people who cause the business to collapse. It's incompetent people. Greedy people want their business to do well. Let's go ahead and buy, or not buy, pick up some items here. The future is gacha games on smartphones. What was the game that had everyone getting upset? Was I can't remember. Was it a Diablos mobile game? I can't remember. It was a game I don't play, so I don't remember the title. Everyone was mad. Don't you own phones? The audible groaning from the crowd when he announced that it was a new mobile game. You're gonna love it. I recently reached HR 50 and I need tips in fighting Arch-Tempered KULVE Taroth without any Taroth weapons and how to do it solo. So Naylor Ortsak, I have a 2-part video series called KULVE Taroth Counter Builds. It's going to show you a whole bunch of KULVE Taroth counter builds for people who don't have a lot of equipment. In fact, it does it for every weapon class. If you go find those videos, you can just look up those builds and take advantage of those builds. It's really useful. That's why I recommend. Diablo Immortal. Do you guys have phones? Oh, do you not have phones? That's what he said, right? Boo. Yeah, there was like audible groans when they realized it was just another mobile game. It's amazing. And that's how people really feel. But mobile games are very lucrative, so you got a trade-off, you know? Like people, you can't just nickel and dime people to death with microtransactions. There is a point where your greed can damage your brand. You know, all of your overpricing and microtransactions, there is a point where it damages your brand, and then you're not just being greedy, you're being incompetent because you're not serving your customers properly. And so even a greedy person can be a good businessman. It's all about being good at business and making the correct business decisions. So it's not greed that ruins a company as much as it is incompetence. Incompetence ruins a company. You can be greedy and successful. Kamar Real says, hello, Mr. Economist. How is your day? Are you still trapped in that infinite time loop of Kjar greed? Yes. Except it's not an infinite time loop. It's more like a lose all of your free time in life to this video game simulation. If you want to get real cynical. Yeah, I could be doing meaningful things in life, but I'm fighting KULVE Taroth. And I'll probably fight her a 3rd time on the PlayStation. Think about that. But I get to spend all this time with you guys. Smack. What did I hit? I hit some part of her body. Must have been her arm. Look at Mass Effect or Fallout. Greedy kills. Well, once again, I'm trying to explain, Cole, that it's not principally the greed that kills. It's ineffective products that kill. So there is probably somebody out there who's very kind of a greedy person, but he made a terrific product. And so in the end, it didn't matter. He ended up serving a lot of people who are happy with that product, and he gets his money. In fact, greed is a lot of what drives people to go back to work, you know, at the end of the day. It just depends on the phrasing, right? People think that anyone seeking capitalistic income is a greedy person. You're like, oh, you're a millionaire and you want millions more? Greedy, right? But they have to understand it's also greedy people who offer all of the new products and all the innovations. It's not somebody, you know, going home to smoke a doobie who creates a brand new video game company. It's somebody who gets up in the morning and they say, we're going to make a successful video game company, and they just work their butts off. And yeah, sometimes they're motivated by profit to do this, and we as a society shouldn't be angry at them for that. We should actually be thankful that we have people in our society willing to go out and make things, because in the end, we get to enjoy the things that they make and the services that they provide. The problem is when they make a bad business decision, like deciding everyone wants a mobile game. It's like, nope, maybe you're just damaging your brand when you try to offer this. And they don't see it that way when they initially come up with the idea. So to me, greed is natural, and you can be greedy, but you cannot be incompetent. If you're incompetent and greedy, then you're going to lose your business. That's how it really works. Chewy says, I love watching your streams. Keep up all the hard work. You make all your fans really happy. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, it's funny. A lot of my time is being spent on streams now. People really enjoy streams. For me, streaming was not really a big issue. I just wanted to make videos. But streaming's fun, too. I actually enjoy... The best part about streaming is all the interaction, actually. That's what I've come to appreciate. Abdullah says exactly, lose all your free time in life and you still not get everything you want from her. Heartbreak. So communism is better. I guess we need an equilibrium. What? I'm saying the opposite. I'm saying communism will fail. Yeah, I'm saying communism will fail. Wait, maybe he wasn't talking to me. Uh-oh. Does the shoulder badge use sharpness? So I'm pretty sure you're talking about the tackle. And, oh, that's a great question. I think... I'm not sure if it does. I don't think it does, right? I know it doesn't use any sharpness to guard her roar. That's a great question. I don't know the answer to that one. Okay, James Dice has an answer. He says no, and it doesn't use the Greatsword Elemental and is blunt damage with the stun value in it. Messi says anyone who makes huge amounts of work inherently must be exploiting their workers or customers. Uh-oh. Messi's bought into the Communist Manifesto. You can't get rich without exploiting others. It's impossible. It's like, It's like, who do you think assumes all the risk when you create a company? When you go to school for a job, why do you think jobs exist? Is it because somebody hates you and they want to destroy your life? Or is it because they work harder than you and maybe they're smarter than you, right? Oh, no. I don't want to get into this discussion, though. We're just playing video games. Oh, she's mad. She gonna dig? Nope, she's gonna shed. Let's see where she's going. Yeah, I remember taking sociology in college, and the teacher was all like, they only get rich because they charge their employee more than they're worth. Right, but they also created the company, and they run the company, which, if you've never run a company before, you have no idea how it costs 80 hours of your week. How, if you fail, you go into losses of millions of dollars, and your whole life is destroyed. Yeah, you missed that part. They just talk about how, after your business is successful, and you've serviced, you know, maybe hundreds of thousands to even millions of people with your product, they just talk about how bad you are for making money because you're a capitalist. They don't talk about the other parts. Wait, we only have 3 people? What happened? That's okay, we can still get her. Oh, no. Oh, I dodged it. Didn't matter. Alright, we gotta get the smack on her. 1. And the best part is, if you want to compete with the capitalist, you know, all the workers who are so upset that, oh, you make money off of me, you're perfectly allowed to go start your own company. You can make a loan from a bank. You just got to tell the bank your business plan, or you can raise capital with capital venture. Did I say that right? Capital venturists? I don't know what the correct... I think I might be saying that term wrong. Or maybe you have your own savings, because money doesn't come from nowhere, and you can start your own... Or maybe you have a business that doesn't really require a lot of startup money. You can go compete. Nobody stops you. You're allowed to do whatever you want. That's the best part. Oh, KULVE. Okay, so we have a mount. She's going to run over here next. Get these going. Everyone's going to start talking about communism now. They're going to be like, communism works. Meanwhile, Venezuela's in complete collapse. I think the mistake of people who are really big fans of not communism, but communism and socialism, is they think that it's impossible for it to happen in their country because their country is doing so well. They think that there's no way for their country to fail with the socialism. Oh, what are you doing, man? Oh, no. All-Face McFluffy, you just ruined my true charge slash is what you did with that. So you just reduced the damage. You could have been attacking, and I could have been doing my true charge slash. Alright, tail's broken. Great job on that, Epic Gravity. She's going to get her Fury out now. Gameconomist, how many horn breaks did you witness in your 2,000 hours? I'm actually closer to 3,000 hours, and I have no idea. Some crazy amount, I'm sure. Let's get these bombs off. It's another 80 damage. Alright, well, good luck, guys. We got to get more damage on her. Why does it say I can't use these large barrel bombs? Oh, because I already have barrel bombs out. Oh, that's not good. Get away from her while she's doing that. Alright, she's going to sleep. Alright, we get these barrel bombs down. Gameconomist wasn't real communist. Oh, he's saying, oh, but that wasn't real communism. Which is the argument that you typically hear. Well, yeah, but that communism wasn't done well. It's like, it's been tried a lot, guys. It's been tried an awful lot. It turns out people do well when they're rewarded for working hard, and people do poorly when they're rewarded for doing nothing. Humans need goals and incentives. Alright, nice, we got the horn break. Adventure capitalist, thank you. Not venture capitalist. Not adventure capitalist, venture capitalist. There we go. Messing my words up. Bjorn says, please stop. I just want to have fun time, not a lesson in economics. Gameconomist. Scepter says, yeah, there probably won't last long in business, but say that the CEO is greedy. Well, I think it's all about how you describe greedy. I think that is human nature to be greedy, right? So, yeah, I suppose it's just how you think of the word. This idea that a person has to be nice in order for them to be useful to society, or that they have to be nice in order to be successful in life. I think this is a new kind of like almost religious idea that people have been trained to believe. I think is totally wrong. I think the only thing that matters is if you're competent. So you can be a really mean person and come up with products that the world needs. You could be a really bad socially. You could be somebody who's just not fun to be around. And it just, in the end, doesn't really matter because you're out there making products that the world needs, like maybe a cure for cancer. We badly need that. Can you be greedy and cure cancer? Absolutely. Do you want to get rid of greedy people, even if it means they never get to make their own products? That would be a terrible idea. And this is one of the reasons why capitalistic countries have always maintained a very large economic lead on other countries. I mean, it's not even really a debate, I feel like. But there's also problems to being greedy. One is maybe you shouldn't work. The whole point of your life isn't just to work. That's a legitimate problem. The other problem is definitely pollution. So we have to have a livable environment. So those two are probably the two main problems to working too much. Scepter says, I didn't expect the Inquisition. Brad Jackson says, greedy executives who prioritize short-term gain because they plan on ditching the company when things start sinking are the bad greedy types. Yes, but Brad, how are they leaving the company? They're leaving the company to go to another company. And the thing is, if this strategy of short-term changes ends up damaging the company and it's not an effective strategy, the board of directors and the stockholders eventually catch on to this style of management, CEO management, and then it becomes harder to become a CEO with that strategy in mind. So it's a case of the market adjusting. So if it's a strategy that works, but in the long run it's a damaging strategy, investors and the board of directors aren't going to allow it. And when people say that kind of stuff, oh, they're all horrible and greedy, they usually have a very small view of what really is. It's always more complicated than that. It's almost always more complicated than what people immediately knee-jerk say about what's going on. Same with politics. We like to have very knee-jerk reactions to what's going on in politics, but usually a more realistic look at what's going on in politics is more nuanced, it's more explainable, and not as emotional. All right, let's go ahead and jump over to the Forager build. Yeah, I think there's a lot of hate for CEOs, but you guys missed the part where they're an essential part of the company, doing a really important job, making a lot of jobs available for everyone else. And we all want a good job, don't we? We all want a good job. I would say, if you're mad at how much they make, go try to become a CEO, and then maybe you won't be so mad. So you realize they have skills that you don't, and that's why they get paid more. All right, we're starting up the next one. Elias says, has he said anything about his PlayStation 4? So Elias, if I'm saying your name right, I'm probably going to keep the PlayStation that I bought, and I'm probably going to set it up soon, okay? Congrats on the win. Thank you very much, Minx. We did it with 3 people, guys. 3 people. Easy. See you later, Fluffy Bun. Tiny Tenor. Gameconomist is greedy. He needs money for Svetlana. He provides entertainment. I've got that Svetlana fund. That's what the snack fund really is. Grady says you missed a Kiara sword and shield. Shoot. I thought I grabbed it. All right, we're doing our track run. We're at an hour and 30 minutes in, and how many horn breaks have we had? Is it 3 or is it 4? I think we've had 4. Mink says CEOs are some of the most cutthroat and intense jobs to work towards, I imagine. I mean, really, you don't rise to that position for being mediocre. The reason you become the CEO of anything is because typically you're the best, you're the smartest, you're the hardest working, meaning you stay for 80 hours a week. That's how there's people out there who are of that personality, and I think the vast majority of people are not like that. And they don't understand that in order to become wealthy, you have to be willing to make those kind of sacrifices. You have to be willing to say, it's Saturday morning, I could go out and enjoy myself, or I can get up and get to work. And there's people who enjoy working. It's in their personality, it's in their character. And what ends up happening is later in life, they end up being wealthier than you, and then you're mad at them because you think they're greedy. Does it ever occur to you, maybe they just work more, and that's it. They just put more hours in, right? It's like a mind-blowing idea, I think, for some people. Like, maybe some people just put more hours in. It's like, and yeah, in the end, they're going to have a lot more money than you. And then when you think about CEOs, well, if you were to stack people up into a big group, there's going to be top performers who are in the 1% of performers. And the crazy thing is you guys probably know this from your own experiences. The difference between a really good worker and a mediocre worker can be mind-blowing in terms of productivity. Think about a really important field like engineering. Can you think of the difference between a mediocre engineer and a genius engineer? What's the big difference between them? One of them's going to get some kind of really probably simple job, and the other one's going to invent a new wheel. And the new wheel is going to be worth millions and millions of dollars. But then people are surprised when that top 1% of performers walk away with millions and millions of dollars. It's like, but guys, that's kind of how it works. That's kind of how it works. If you want to go make millions of dollars, it's out there, but you have to be so valuable to society that you're capable of producing something worth millions and millions of dollars. And if you're not capable of producing that, the board of directors, and especially the stock investors, will figure you out very quickly. And your company will lose stock because your company's not making the profit because people didn't buy your product. And that's called the free market, right? That's how it's supposed to work. Right? So why is the CEO of Apple so well paid? Well, why does Apple make so much damn money? Like, where does all the money come from? And somebody's going to say, like, well, the engineers. Is like, no. The engineers do important work, yes. But all the assets of the company, organizing the company, deciding the direction of the company, that's a huge deal. Deciding the direction of the company, what products will be made, marketing, all of it. It's a complex organization, and somebody runs it better than anyone else in the world. So what do you think that person is going to be paid? The guy who works on the iPhones. He's going to be paid a lot. And you work, I don't know, at fast food. And you're going to get mad at him because, you know, like corporate CEOs are greedy. And then you pull out your iPhone. It's too crazy. It's too unreal. The way people are about, and it feels bad. That's the thing. We have all our social medias. It's very easy these days to see the difference between the wealthy and the poor because we have all of our social media. We get to see how much wealthier they are, and it's very frustrating to see they live in mansions. You know, maybe you have somebody who you care about dearly, and they can't even afford healthcare, and then you have this person over here with millions of dollars, literally millions, just sitting in their pocket. And they're like, yeah, I'm fine, you know, because I did this other thing, and the actual greed comes into play here. You guys call the CEOs greedy, but it's like, has it ever occurred to you that they earned their money doing something that you can't do, and now you feel a little bit greedy? You're like, wow, I wish I could have that money, right? That's supposed to be a bad thing too. That's jealousy. And people don't talk about that enough. They don't talk about jealousy being a problem. We just talk about CEO greed being a problem. And really, the real problem with the CEOs is when they're actually incompetent. And we're all kind of greedy. That's the truth. We're all kind of greedy. We all kind of wish we had $1 million. But the question is, who can actually create a product worth $1 million? That's the real question. What am I talking about? We should be talking about Monster Hunter. And then you pull out your iPhone. Yeah, that's exactly right. God, I hate capitalism pulls out an iPhone and says it on Facebook. It's like, holy Jesus. It's like, have you been to a non-capitalist country? You need to go do that. You need to go spend some time in a non-capitalist country. Try to open up a business. That'll blow your mind. So people don't think about that. They're busy complaining about the way America is on their iPhones, or Europe, or any other nice country to live in, first world country. Look at all these scattered gold chips. Zitoblock says, if these companies make so much money and they're so great, why don't they pay any taxes? Well, you just answered your own question, Zito. So the way taxes work is there are laws on how many taxes you should pay, and your job isn't to pay more than those laws tell you to pay. Now, if you disagree with the amount that the corporations are paying into society, you should tell your politicians that companies should pay more, and it's as simple as that. So the company is not obligated to pay any more than they have to pay. And if you find it annoying that a company like Amazon didn't pay enough taxes, tell your politicians, I'm going to vote for whoever's going to make Amazon pay a fair amount of taxes, and that's exactly how it goes. So you have Democrats right now like Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, and they're very outraged at Amazon. And I think on that subject, they're going to do well. And I think if the Republicans don't adjust and talk about how they're going to tax Amazon appropriately, the Republicans will lose on that issue. They'll look very weak. On the other hand, there is such a thing as going too far. So Amazon was going to open up a headquarters in New York, and then Ocasio-Cortez got really, she threw a fit, and Amazon said, well, we don't have to do business with you. So they left New York. And then all the business and all the jobs that would have come with it disappeared, like in one move. So there's two sides to the equation. It's not like you're not supposed to treat the corporation like a hostile entity. You're just supposed to talk about what works, what's fair, how much taxes can we tax a corporation without them wanting to leave. And that's probably the best way to go with your tax policy. So if you want to keep Amazon in America, you need to have a better tax rate than, say, Europe. Europe's going to have their own tax rate, and they're not going to have Amazon. America's still the home of a lot of really famous and very lucrative and productive companies, and you should keep it that way. And these companies pay attention to how much taxes that they have to pay. They pay very close attention. Capitalism is fine, says Matthew. However, by the nature of capitalism, if you start with a large amount through inheritance, it's easier to make money simply because a 1% gain is worth incredibly more. I totally agree, Matthew, but here's... I suspect what you're saying here is you have people who get to start unfairly because they simply inherit money, but I would say they're not really starting unfairly because somebody actually created that inheritance. So let's say I became a huge YouTuber like PewDiePie, right? Let's say I'm PewDiePie. I make millions of dollars, and then I made millions of dollars. What do I get to do with that money? I can do anything I want with that money. I could put that money in the stock market. I can give all that money to you specifically, or I could give it to my own kid. But I made that money first. So it wasn't an accident. It wasn't cheating. It's my own money, and I get to decide what I do with it. And most people are going to give that money to their children because, you care more about your children than somebody else's children. That's very natural. You're supposed to care about your children more than other people's children. That's the right thing to do. You're their parent. So people who get really mad at inheritances, I kind of understand the frustration. But the thing is, unless that money was stolen or that money was gained unfairly, inheritance has become like a bad word. But you're missing the part where one of the parents went off and actually did an enormous amount of work, and then they decided to gift that money to their own offspring, right? I want my offspring to do well. That's my job. And you should be doing that for your own offspring. So what you're really seeing is the continuation of a competition that went on between our parents. Some people's parents did very well, ours did not. We're poor, and now we're trying to catch up with our competitors who are our age. And some of them received a large inheritance, but that doesn't mean you get to strike them down because they got that inheritance, in my opinion anyways. Solar says, does your PlayStation 4 still need to be delivered, or do you already have it? It's sitting right next to me. I could open it up right now. PlayStation time. Tiny Tenor says, New York is fun to visit. Living there is another thing. I actually did visit New York when I was 15. Yeah, it's a very cool city. The traffic was insane, though. My mind was blown. I'd never seen traffic like that before. You just sit in gridlock and you wouldn't do anything for hours. Felt like an hour would pass by before you move. All right, we got a hammer build. We're going to do hammer next. It's all set up. Yep, New York. Really big buildings. I actually got to see Ground Zero before they had built the One World Trade Tower. Mink says forced minimum wage hikes cause more harm than good. Low-skill workers will see cuts in their hours worked per week or losses in their job completely. If you want it to go up, create scarcity of low-skill work. Minx is like 100% right on that, guys. So a lot of people think the solution to low-wage works is to simply raise the minimum wage. The problem with doing that is that when you raise someone's pay, but they haven't become more productive, you haven't actually created a new product. It's just another form of socialism. And what ends up happening is the company decides these people it would have once given a chance to make a product. It's no longer going to take a risk on those people unless they're making a certain return in their productivity. That's what's going to happen. So it's not like you can just force companies to hire a bunch of people. The company says, well, it's not profitable to go into business anymore. I'm not going to do this. That's what actually happens. Here's a perfect example. So you guys are watching me on YouTube, and I make a certain amount of money from, for example, the snack fund's $26. I just made 26 bucks today. But there was a time when I started on YouTube where I would work for hours and make like a quarter, right? Think about that. That was my minimum wage when I started on YouTube. 25 cents for like 4 hours of work. Almost nothing. Companies don't get to do that today anymore. YouTube gets to do it because of the business model that it has. But if you're talking about Walmart, if you're talking about McDonald's, and those are businesses just like Google, they don't get to do that. They don't get to say, yeah, you can work here, but we're only going to pay you 25 cents unless you're real good, because we're going to figure out if you're good or not, right? YouTube gets to figure out if I'm good. If I'm good, YouTube ends up giving me money. And it turned out I was good. But the thing is, YouTube didn't have to start off paying me $15 an hour. If YouTube had to start off paying me $15 an hour, I probably never would have gotten into YouTube. That's the truth. Because YouTube would have said, nah, you got to have a certain amount of skill with video editing, with commentary, with designing thumbnails. That's what YouTube would have said. And I would have said, well, I don't know anything about that. And then I just wouldn't have tried. That's what would have happened. But because YouTube's allowed to pay me 25 cents for 4 hours of work, I eventually got into YouTube really hardcore. So you can see how minimum wage can actually destroy opportunities for people in certain fields, right? I'm almost a perfect example of it. YouTube's a perfect example of it. See what I'm saying? So yes, it's a very important topic, and people think that strictly raising the minimum wage is the only way to go, when it's ironically over here on YouTube, you got all these people becoming rich and famous. They all start out the same way, working hours for like 25 cents. And we learn the job skills while we work, while we're being paid 25 cents. And then one day we're being paid really well. That's very natural. That's how things would normally work, yeah. Maker Smith says, do you have a job? I do. It's called YouTube. I do this full time now. Yeah, this job pays enough that I gave up a job in IT. So really think about that for a minute. Does Gameconomist make enough that he doesn't have a day job? That's correct. Yeah. My videos with the heavy editing actually make quite a bit of money. The first minimum wage in US was created to keep blacks from gaining jobs. Really? I did not know that. I'm assuming you're not making that up. I'm assuming I could look that up on Google. Oh, there we go, falling boulders. But yeah, so my point is, I would have never gotten into YouTube if YouTube had to pay a fair minimum wage starting out, because YouTube would not have taken a risk on me, because I didn't know anything about video editing. I didn't know anything about Photoshop. I didn't know anything about video SEO. I wasn't good at making guides. I was terrible when I started, by the way. I was really bad at YouTube. But they said anyone can try, but we don't have to pay you. And that's a very good business model. If you think about it, YouTube, Google's one of the biggest, wealthiest companies in the world. And the way YouTube works is they get workers all the time who are paid 25 cents for 4 hours of work. They get this all the time. But if you're a regular company, like a mom and pop kind of shop, you don't actually get to use that. See? So it's kind of unfair. I thought you guys would find that interesting for me to point out. For all of you people who are so hardcore into minimum wage, some people are really into the minimum wage being brought up to like $15 an hour. Tiny Tenor says Gameconomist has less than 100,000 subscribers and can make a living. Unbelievable. Well, and then she says people with 1 million or more subscribers probably making bank. So let me reveal a little bit about YouTube. YouTube doesn't really care how many subscribers you have these days. Your subscriber is kind of like for feeling good about yourself. What matters nowadays is, did people click on your video and did they watch your whole video? That's pretty much the only thing that matters. So it turned out I was able to make videos that people enjoyed and that people were watching. So it didn't really matter that I had a low subscriber count. What mattered is that I was making quality content. And undoubtedly, some of your other favorite Monster Hunter World YouTubers are making pretty good bank too right now. I could name them, but I don't want to be rude. It's a lot of work too, though. It's a legitimate job. Yeah, it's a lot of work. Some days I would work on YouTube for like, well, most days I work on YouTube, I'd say close to 10 hours a day. Yeah, about 10 hours. There is a point where you're working on YouTube and you're making about as much as you would make at McDonald's, and it's not a great feeling. But you get past that point too, by the way. And it doesn't happen right away either. Yeah, it takes a while. I've been on YouTube, by the way, for close to 7 years. I think it's longer than that now. So I've had time to practice. Some people have instant success. And often it's because they learn from the innovations of the people that took a long time to develop quality videos. So actually some of the Monster Hunter YouTubers that you've seen almost directly ripped off of some of my ideas. So much that they even copied like my American Captain font, just a lot, my format. But you know, this is how it works. They can do that. I'm not upset. It's just the way it is. Solar says, did you already get someone to lend you an account on PlayStation 4? Yeah, I believe I have 2 people who want to loan me their accounts. I have 2 people. Gameconomist gets paid to work on his dry personality. I do have I think that is an actual accurate statement. I do believe I have a bit of a dry personality. Yeah. Yep. Alright, let's chase her down. Ooh, we're gonna grab those slinger bombs, I think. This will be our 4th win, actually. I'm aware of it now. This is our 4th reward cycle today. And what are we at? We're in an hour and 47 minutes. Oh, shoot, I could have... Wait, I think I still can. Ah, got her. Got him. Alright, here we go. That tail's got to be close to breaking. She's going to the next area. Elias says, I would lend you my account, but I want to play with you. That's right. We gotta break that tail, guys. Copy House steals a lot of builds and ideas. Well, you got to be careful with saying steal, because the truth is it's kind of hard to steal something that you can't copyright, and often there's only like one good build, right? There's a few builds, there's only a few good weapons in the game, and there's only a few good builds for those weapons. So what may look like stealing is probably just people giving the correct information. I've actually been accused of stealing when I thought I had an original idea. It turned out somebody else had the same idea, because we use the same method of calculating the correct damage output, and it's just how it is, right? Like, you're not supposed to recommend a weaker build, you're supposed to recommend the correct build. Uh-oh. That hurt. I missed. Surprised that tail didn't break. Oh, there we go, tail broken. And Gloria got the mount. So, after this, I believe she'll have to enrage. She's going to be over here. If you don't stream it in about 2 hours on PlayStation 4, I'ma kill you. I don't know about that. I'ma kill you. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. She's gonna fall. We can still get her. Gameconomist, when going back to G, look out for items to put in your pouch for defense and attack up. Older titles used to have combo manuals that would make a slot. The more you had the something you were to combo. Man, somebody used a barrel bomb. I missed out on my big bang. Alright, there's the Fury. We're gonna back off. Just put this pillar between me and her. That was probably no joke, you should watch out. I'm already doing a stream today on PC, so I probably won't play on PlayStation 4 today. What I'm going to do is I'm probably going to try and get Monster Hunter GU again, if I can. She's definitely going to die from this wake up. I don't know why I did that. I'm just screwing around with people. Why did I do that? Okay, she's dead. Pretty please, I want to play with you. You meanie. No, I mean, I've already done a stream. I've done it on PC, and then if I do a second stream, it should probably be Monster Hunter GU again. Your wake-up fail. It wasn't a wake-up fail. I was just messing with you. It wasn't a wake-up fail. I was just waking her up early. I've been doing that recently. I don't know if you've watched my other streams, Inigo. I've been waking her up early intentionally to be mean. Can we report? It's just funny. I don't know why. Because everyone gets so like, oh man, we're going to get the barrel bombs on her. And I just feel like a troll. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know. She was so close to dying anyways. I didn't think there was going to be any. Will you buy the PlayStation 4 at launch? Very unlikely, Acer man. Very, very unlikely. I feel that when it comes to consoles, you're always better letting someone else buy the first launch of them and then waiting until like November, and then they all magically go on sale, and they're often better versions. Wake her up with an emote next time. Oh my god, I should do that. How far did you get in GU? I defeated the Grand Macau, if I said that right. New hammer meta. And you tell me not to troll. Yeah, but I'm the host, God Terra Boy. I'm supposed to troll. Besides, we killed her very easily right afterwards. Gameconomist practicing white privilege? What? See you later, Allosaurus. If you finally play on PlayStation 4, I bet you'll attract Law Guy's attention and she'll drop another $100. Law Guy. I haven't seen Law Guy in the stream. Does she play on PlayStation 4? I need to play a match with everyone who's made these large donations. So David, Law Guy, Chase Kennedy, and Peerless Rain. I think Peerless Rain is actually on Xbox though. All right, let's look at these rewards. KULVE Taroth Siege. Great Macau, not Grand. Thank you. Got it. Okay. Nope, not take all, sell all. Alright, what do you guys think? One more? We'll do one more. I think we have time for one more if we go fast. Forager. Oh, nope. KULVE P1. How fast can we go? Elias as well. Thank you so much. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you've been, even though you didn't do like $100 in one go, you've actually done a lot over time. So you've actually been very generous, Elias. And you're a member. Wow. Holy cow. All right, I'm just gonna ready up. I passed as Whitey. What? Red Rex Rule says, I'm doing a set search for Monster Hunter Gen, and there's a skill called Repeat Offender. That's right, because you're a repeat offender. Valor Lance is cool too. If you get bored of Hammer, make sure to tech in your Big Bang move. I don't know how to tech in anything right now. Thank you for the run, says Matt. It was fun. Someone can take my place. Nice. Hit that start button, Gloria. I know you want to. There we go. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying the stream, I do stream every day now, roughly around 1 p.m., but sometimes earlier, sometimes later. I always try to get one stream in, so be sure to hit the subscribe button if you would like to see more of my streams. See, I gotta do a little plug there. That's like the worst part of streaming, doing plugs. Let's go ahead and grab this stone. And we'll grab this wedge beetle. Aerial dual blade is really fun. No, aerial is bad. Somebody said aerial was bad to me last night. Jump up here. Bonberry, blast nut, mandragora, dragon strike nut, honey. What do you think about playing the Nintendo Switch game Afterworld being my first? Are you asking me if I'm telling you that you should try Monster Hunter GU? I mean, you certainly can if you have the time and you have the money. You're going to feel it's very clunky. It feels very clunky compared to World. World is nice and smooth, and everything just happens really smoothly. But GU is very clunky. It's like playing a Game Boy game. Grab that Devil's Blight. Seawick asks, is it worth the money? Well, for me, it probably is because I have an audience to watch me play. I don't know if it's worth it for you. That's something you'll have to decide on your own. If it looks fun, buy it. If it doesn't, don't. I'll give you my used version of the game when I'm done. Still waiting for Gameconomist merch, like Gotcha Swirl on some undies. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't actually know what to sell. I've had time to think about it. I'm terrible with merchandise. I'll sell a new Woo shirt. Hey, you. He did get to smack on me. This jerk. Can't hit me like that. I went to university. If you play on PlayStation 4, I'll become a member. Mark, trust me, I am definitely going to be playing on PlayStation 4. You will have your wish. I can't turn down all those generous donations that were made. I would feel bad if I did not stop and play. Let's grab this large barrel. Gee, it's going to come out over here. Sell online girlfriend. I could sell a Svetlana thing. You guys should help me come up with the merchandise, because you guys know better what you would actually buy. I have no idea what you guys would buy. It's funny, I used to sell shirts all the time on eBay. I used to do that. If you in the past, I would buy shirts from retailers and then resell them on eBay. So I've sold a lot of shirts. It's just that now we're talking about a shirt that I probably have to design. Ming says, Gameconomist, the person you talk to changed styles. The one below styles should be the moves you can use. Each style has a different amount they can use. Nice. I just saw the title. PC KULVE. Bring your own Dragonator. Grab this footprint. And we'll grab the scattered gold chip. I still need money to get Iceborne because prices here ain't cheap. That's it. I'm going to pay for just somebody's Iceborne. I'm going to do it. Actually, we have our Discord raffle coming in soon. It is May. I'm thinking that we should do our first Discord raffle because the Patreon account would have actually gathered the collected the funds for it. So we should have $35 to raffle off. I'm thinking of doing like a Best Buy. Actually, I don't know if it's strictly $35. I think Patreon takes a cut of that money, but I don't know if it's already been calculated out of the money. Play the first Monster Hunter on PlayStation 2. I definitely don't have time for that. That's probably not going to happen. Kitty, stop. I'm not going to play with you. I'm working. Where's her toy? I'm going to take her toy and steal it. I'm going to pretend to throw her toy for her. Alright, I've stolen the toy now. She doesn't know it. She thinks I threw it. New member Eric Weckworth. Thank you, Eric. Actually, you know what? Why don't I stop? So, Snack Fun, can I make another one of these? Let's see. Text. Call this new member. Hold on, I'm changing something. How do I move? Oh, it's up here, huh? We'll put new member down here. And who was that? That was Eric Weckworth. So let me try this. Did I spell that right? I think I spelled that right on my first try. Wow, I'm good. Nice, man. Maybe I'll have that as well on the screen for people to see. Can people see that? Live white male bullying animal on stream. Bullying locals. I have an idea for the shirts. I'll DU them on Discord. Please reply. I sent you a picture of my... Please respond. Press 1 to save his Palico. Buy a PlayStation, dude. I did it, Eric. I bought a PlayStation. I have one right next to me. I need to plug it up and get everything set up on it first. Should I? The question. One of the questions I have is: should I use the PlayStation controller, or should I make it so that I can plug in my Xbox controller? Because I heard that's something you can do. Inigo says, "Do you take Emo's Pizza's donations?" Inigo, do you... Oh, wait. Is it because you know that we have Emos, or are you from the St. Louis area? I'm curious. And the answer is probably yes. I don't think I could eat pizza tonight. I'm not feeling the Pizza Hut vibe. Or the pizza vibe. I'm sorry. My cat wants me to play with her so badly. She's like pawing at me. I have an idea for the... Oh, he already said that. I already read that one. Are you assuming it's gender? Hey, is another Derek. Just grab this over here. Maybe I'll have enough subscribers someday. We'll do an all Derek stream. The only people in the stream are named Derek. So it's kind of a common name. Get out of here, kitty. Get out of here. She's looking for her toy. I've hidden it. She doesn't know that. She knows. She's such a smart cat. She's figured out where I've been hiding it. So now she's like checking the hiding spot, and she doesn't know it's actually in my pocket this time. That's what's going on. God, she's a smart cat. Playing PlayStation 4 with an Xbox controller. Xbox controller on a PlayStation, heresy. It's the reason why I own an Xbox. I'm a fan of the Xbox controller. You know, it's just a personal preference. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people like the PlayStation controller. I'm cool with that. You like the PlayStation controller better? I can totally understand why. It's just how it is. Stop abusing your cat. Is that your name? Yes. So Derek, both of us are named Derek, if you didn't know that. Some people know that. That's why the name of my character is D in this game. It's just the first letter of my name. And I was too lazy to spell the rest of it. Okay, there we go. This also means that Eric's would be allowed into that stream as well, because Eric's have a good name as well. Alright, and let's run over to... I think we need to make a fresh build. My cat wants me to play so bad. She thinks I'm sitting in this chair just to play with her. That's how she is. Are these all the builds? What about this? Oh, these are all, this is back when I was doing my insect glaive. I was doing all kinds of tests on them. So I have all kinds of tests. I think somebody asked for insect glaive, didn't they? Let's do an insect glaive build. Well, you'd probably do QR Spark and QR Ice, but I don't want to make two builds actually. Let's do, I tell you what, let's do the Devil Joe Insect Glaive Grunge Storm. And we will have, think about it for a minute. Oh, I don't have that on this account. I don't have the correct armor for it. How's it going, Arch-Tempered-NERgigante? Trying to decide what I want to do here. Okay. Nergy Crown. You guys are getting Arch-Tempered-NERgigante soon. Are you excited for that on PC? Imagine you would be. Zora Spine, and this is actually going to turn into Kaiser Alpha, and this is going to have to be White Sharpness, maybe White Sharpness? Depends on what kind of, I mean, you really only need one level of White Sharpness, so there's two directions you can go with it. You know, yeah, let's keep that there for now. Alright, we gotta finish off this, we gotta finish off Crit Boost. We gotta have maximum might. Crit Eye is maxed. Not defense boost, vitality. And I guess we'll put crit boost here. So we don't have all the, we don't have any part break on the build. This is basically just a stage 4 build. And I'm sure we'll have, we'll be fine in stage 2 and 3. We'll probably get the part breaks we need. Part break does help a lot though, so I don't normally recommend this build. I'm just trying to put one build together that will work for all 4 stages. That's all I'm doing, because I'm lazy. That's essentially it. Inigo Montoyo, I think he's had a lot of plays with me. I think Inigo Montoyo's already had a lot of plays with me. I'm thinking about giving someone else a try. Nobody's really complaining though. Let's see. I was supposed to help low-level players. What's Inigo Montoyo at? He's 115. That's actually pretty low. I guess we will play with him again. It's not a big deal. Why not? Why not? And we will go for the Moxie. I like the Moxie. Don't try to disrespect me, humans, says Arch-Tempered-NERgigante, as if Arch-Tempered-NERgigante isn't just some dumb animal. Like he can talk. Yeah, right. What is the pursuit level? Is it like pursuit level 4? Oh, my cat. She wants to play so bad. What are you doing? She's got this look on her face. Time ago, I asked you to design thumbnails. I could design the t-shirts. Solaire, I wouldn't worry about it, Solaire. I'm not ready to do merchandise anyways. Otherwise, I'd already have the merchandise. And the design on the merchandise would very likely just be my logo in the end. It's not going to be like a drawing or anything like that. It's going to be something simple. So I didn't make the jump. So I wouldn't worry about it, man. It's not a big deal. Yeah. It would have to be something that I actually need to sit down and think about. Cat, I'm not going to play with you. She thinks if she just scratches me that I'll stop doing this, and it's not going to happen. It doesn't work that way. Oh, somebody blew me up. Really? You couldn't aim that slightly to the side? Oops, that's not what I thought it was going to be. Kitty, I'm not going to play. She's like, maybe if I just meow. It's like, nope. Doesn't work that way, kitty. Wait, we have to knock her down a second time, don't we? Did they already knock her down? Peerless Rain, my man! Here, let's update the new member thing. Maybe I'll get really good at these graphics someday, instead of totally lame. Dude, you're like the #1 supporter, to be honest. Nice. Ah, kitty! She's like attacking me, it's the problem. She thinks if she's just like more aggressive that I'll play. It's like, no. I don't know if you guys can hear her. She's making noises and everything. Alright, we don't even have the buffs. Let's grab the buffs. Well, I guess we have the orange buff now. I just wanted the white buff. Why you turn me down, says Solaire. Solaire, because it's hard designing stuff, and it has to be just right, and it takes actual work, and I don't want you to have to actually work for me, because I'm definitely not going to pay you. And if the product does poorly, it's going to be your fault and everything. It's like an actual job. If only it was as easy as just letting someone else do all the work for. Oh, look at this guy. Oh, I want this guy. Look how pretty he is. He's so shiny. It's like catching a shiny Pokemon. Except it's a shiny gold helm crab. There we go. Wow, I got him. Wow, this game is just like Pokemon. Don't eat Moxie, cart with honor. I don't know about that. I don't know how I feel about that. Is she glowing red yet? I don't think she's glowing red. Ah, kitty! Where's your stupid toy? I'm taking it away. She just keeps attacking me because she wants me to go play with her. But it actually hurts. She's like using her claws. She's like clawing at me. Now she's like, what did you do? Are you going to throw it? I'm not going to throw it, kitty. I'm live, kitty. That's a Kabuto. It does look kind of like a Kabuto, doesn't it?
Proceed with caution.
Oh, we rolled it. Grab that white. Grab the red. Chinese proverb, if you want to be enemy with someone, be his shareholder. What? I don't think that's a very good proverb. Shareholders are good. Oh. I don't think that's an actual Chinese proverb. I don't believe it. Oh, I still got hit by it. I thought I would roll through. Oh! I was a little scared there because I was sheathing my weapon. Oh man, we don't have her glowing red this whole time. Please install cat cam. She moves around too much. You wouldn't actually get to see her. She'd move out. She'd move away from it. Right? Oh, she's mad. Let's go ahead and sharpen while she's doing that. I don't hear the cat. Maybe Kitty is just his waifu's name and she's in heat. Oh my god. Where are you coming from with these thoughts here, Tiny Tenor? That's not, what's the word? That's not allowed on my Christian server. Kosher. I was gonna say kosher. See, I'm messing myself up now because I was saying that's not haram. Now I'm saying it's not kosher. Go pro on cat. Oh, I thought she was gonna tail swipe. Oh no, she's gonna do the alligator roll. God, she hit me with that too. I'm getting hit all over the place. I wasn't trying to use that move. I can't get her tails like up in the air. We're gonna get stuck and we're gonna get roasted like that last group. Dude, she still hasn't turned red. Come here, KULVE. Oh, she's gonna go to the next area. How do you spell your name, Gameconomist? D-A-R-I-C-K. Spelled funny. Give me something other than orange. My bug's like, no, orange is the only color. Come here, KULVE. She better turn soon. Alright, she's down. Right, white. Red. Wow, we've been doing terrible damage this whole time just because she never turned red for us. I don't know why, but that's not good. We just have been doing weak damage the whole time. But it doesn't matter. She's gone ahead and shed. Just doesn't matter. Make her say baka and blush. Congratulations, you now have a tsundere tarot. Maybe I should do a thumbnail like that. Just trying to think of stupid thumbnails. Do you think we'll be able to watch you recreate your character in Iceborne? Oh, do you think we'll be able to recreate our character in Iceborne? Probably not. I suppose it's always a possibility, but probably not. Oh, gonna go under her head there. Stay airborne. We'll get some good damage on the tail right now. Oh, she's been mounted. Nice. Oh, we're chasing her though. I don't think he intended to get her that early. Tail broken, nice job on that. Yeah, we got some damage done earlier. I figured we should just move on to her head at that point. Make a thumbnail with this on it. the face. Maybe I will, Minx. Oh, that actually hit me. Oh, she's going to sleep. Alright, we won't blow her up like a meanie. Oh, do I not have the ingredients for a Mega Barrel? I must not have the ingredients. I could wake her up right now with this Hunter Runestone. What do you guys think? Ooh, see this Gloria Pure Heart? Look, Gloria's like, I'm totally gonna get a cool wake up. No, you're not. Oh my god, I'm a terrible person. Oops, I got knocked out of the air. Gloria's like, I'm gonna have this awesome wake up. I need that arm. There's the arm. Actually, I don't need more than red and white. Let's get to work on the damage. And she's dead. Nice job, everyone. We broke those horns. Alright, and so that wasn't like the best build you could bring against KULVE, but you can see how you can still be pretty effective with an okay build. And the point of the build was I didn't feel like having... Well, just because I was live, I didn't want to make a Spark build and an Ice build. Good game, no re. Easy, easy, easy. Alright, awesome. We got to see what our rewards are, right? Too much crowd control, noobs? What? Yeah, that's right. No more crowd control. No crowd control next time, guys. It makes you a noob. Crowd control is for noobs. Wait, didn't somebody say if you jump into this, you hold on to it? Hold on, I gotta try this. Somebody said... I've seen it before. I've actually seen someone do it. Oh yeah, check it out, guys. Did you know you could do that with the insect glaive? Yeah, check that out. Very cool. Something you don't see very often. So have you done any first run clears? Yes, I have, Derek. You're talking about a Pursuit 1 horn break. Is that what you mean? I have actually done that. It's uploaded to my channel. You can go watch it. I don't feel like doing it again. I thought it was kind of a waste of time. Because you got to get people together who know how to do it. You got to get a strategy together. You got to practice. And then you got to actually go do it. And the whole thing's just so time consuming. I actually think this is much more relaxing and easy. Just doing the farm track, the track farming. Alright, here we go. Let's see what the rewards are. Hello. Somebody did like a sub 9-minute run on Pursuit 1. It was really impressive. Alright, and let's see. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, nope. Oh, here we go. Karax stream. That's actually a good one. Because that's going to be useful for KULVE actually. That's going to be pointless. Alright, and the rest get sold. Alright, that's going to be the end of the stream. Thank you to Peerless Rain and everyone else who made contributions. Elias. Shoot, I can't remember everyone's names, unfortunately. But yeah, thank you for everyone also who became members. There were 2 members today. If you guys didn't know this, membership, they work precisely the same way subscriptions work on Twitch, except Twitch actually takes more money than YouTube does. Twitch takes 50% and YouTube takes 30%. In both cases, it's a lot more than you probably realized. Anyways, yeah, I hope you guys had fun with the stream. I will try to have a GEU stream tonight. No promises on that, though, because it is a weekend, and I may actually go out and enjoy my weekend. It just depends. All right? All right, let's go ahead and do a wave, and we will close down the stream. Do a little wave right here. Nice. Hope everyone had fun. I know we had a few lower-level players in the actual session, and we got to help them collect some of these really good QR weapons. All right, I'll see you guys later.